At this time, would Ava Hill please come up to speak?
Our ride throughout elementary school has been an unforgettable journey. I remember when mine started back in kindergarten. I was a shy little girl with big hopes of making some new friends. It didn't take us all long to become buddies, because on the first day we were all playing at the dollhouse or building things with blocks. We were a cute little bunch, and we were ready to take on this big school. When I look back, it seems like the years just flew by. We had awesome teachers who introduced us to the way things roll at CAES. First and second grade was where it all started. We had hours of fun playing on the structure. We made some close friendships that will last forever. Our parents made countless cupcakes for our classroom parties. I made sure that I went to bed right on time, and I would jump out of bed every day to go to school. In third and fourth grade, we were starting to be the older kids. We loved that. But with it, it also meant we had more responsibilities. We were up for that challenge. Fourth grade was our first time being in a multi-age classroom. It took a lot of adjusting. We didn't know how much we were going to love it until we entered fifth grade. I remember on move-up day when we arrived in our 5-6 classrooms. We were a little nervous. I looked around Mr. Calloway's classroom and loved it instantly. It was so organized and tidy. His funny personalities tucked me in, and I was already excited for the next year. We all thought that the 6th graders were really cool. That's when we realized that being in a multi-age classroom was going to be fun. In 5th grade, you push yourself to try and work to the standards of the 6th graders. In 6th grade, you get to help the 5th graders, and you get to be a role model. Little did we know the amazing things we would accomplish in our last 2 years of elementary school. I could have never imagined using an iPod Touch and then iPad daily in my classroom. Not only did they not exist, but the thought of technology having such an impact on our learning was unheard of. That's kind of what we do in our classroom. We think of new ways to use technology to share what we've learned. We've made illustrations, videos, quizzes, and songs on our iPads that we have put on our websites. We have done things with technology that no one has really ever seen done by CAES elementary school kids. Going to Keewaydin was an amazing experience. We didn't just learn more about Vermont and the environment, but we learned about each other. The whole 5-6 learned how to be a community. We had a chance to hang out with everyone, not just a couple of friends. The experience allowed us to bond with each other and become closer as a group. Just living together in the same cabin for a week brought us together. The cool jobs gave us a responsibility. The staff was really fun, but at the same time they taught us a lot. We all made some new friends at Keek. We made friends with kids we might not normally play with at school. We also made new Cavenders friends. I think that Keewaydin changed most of our lives. I'm fairly certain I wouldn't have volunteered for this speech if I hadn't gone to Keewaydin and if Mr. Calloway didn't cheer me on. Keewaydin was the perfect way to wrap up our ride here at Chester Andover. Speaking of the 5th graders, they have been a big part of our ride too. At the beginning of the year, we all became friends, and it didn't matter that they were younger than us. Even though we might not know it, they look up to us. It was our job to set a good example and show them how it's done. We will all miss you guys so much. Our 5-6 teachers have been a huge part of our ride. I love how we have developed such a tight relationship after being with them for the past 2 years. After being so close with our teachers, it's going to be hard to leave them. It will be hard not to get used to walking into Mr. Calloway's room every day. It will be hard not to hear Mr. Kelly say, "Hey Hills," every morning. It will be hard not to get a kiss from Mrs. Drew every once in a while. It will be hard not to hear Mr. Calloway yelling, "Go Abe, go," on the soccer field. It will be hard not to walk into math and have Miss G say, "Hey Ava, how you doing?" Even though it will be hard, we'll have to leave sometime. And I guess that time is now. But it's not the time to be sad about leaving. It's the time to celebrate the things we have accomplished and the things we have learned. Our teachers have prepared us for middle school, and there isn't anything else they can do but give us a hug and send us on our way. I know that I will always remember the crazy moments we have had in elementary school. We have done some hard working and some very hard playing. Like when you're having an intense soccer game against another classroom. Fun field trips and classroom parties with donut eating contests. The moments at Keewaydin at the Hobo Cookout when you're desperately trying to keep your fire going. Choice Day when you're out in the middle of the woods climbing up a waterfall. You know when you've made some true friends when they're willing to smell your feet to make sure you aren't smelling up the cabin. Those good times are what elementary school is all about. We've all had a few flat tires while on our journey, but that doesn't mean we haven't made it to our destination. We have crossed some bumpy roads, but now that we've made it through, it's nothing but an open road. It's hard to imagine life without CAES, and I will definitely miss my spot in Mr. Calloway's 5-6 classroom. As we look back on our time at CAES, I know we can say without a doubt, it's been a sweet ride.